Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raw Fury stream. And today is a very special stream indeed. It is the Dandara launch celebration stream, live together with the developers over at Long Hat House in Brazil, who are going to be joining us in just a bit. My name is Liam O'Neill, producer and protector of the realm here at Raw Fury, and on my left and your right, hopefully, if I'm getting directions correctly,
Roland Smedberg, I make videos and trailers and stuff. I am the chief visualist here at Raw Fury, and on my left, your right, some other left.
Is it left?
I believe it is. Right. I don't know. Anyways, my name is Leo Mikkola. I'm the QA intern here at Raw Fury, or one of them, I should say.
One of two. But
Exactly.
Leo is also our speedrunning expert of Dandara, and he's going to be showing you a couple of tricks if you're interested in speedrunning live today in just a while. But before we do any of that, let's go now to a message from the developers, who will very shortly be with us on stream. Now, their internet connection today is not the best. Their camera seems like it might be a little laggy, but hopefully it'll be fine. Please tell us in the chat if you can hear them okay and if it's working out. And we'll do our best to make sure that works. So here you go, guys. Here's Long Hat House with a little message about Dandera.
E aí, galera? A gente é Long Hat House. Nosso jogo Dandara está sendo feito no Brasil, aqui em Belo Horizonte. A gente tá fazendo a música em São Paulo. E a gente espera que vocês gostem.
Jump!
That was lame.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Hey, I'm Victor.
Hey guys. I'm Lucas. Who?
Hey, I'm Thomas. I'm the composer, sound designer for the game. Nice to meet you.
Your turn.
I'm Victor, and I'm the artist and animator on Dandara. Nice to meet you all.
I'm João Brant, call me Joe, I guess, and I'm the programmer, game designer, one of them. The other one is, yeah. I am Lucas, and programmer, game designer, and yeah, we did the rest of everything that's not music and art. Yeah, so,
Can you guys all stand up one time just to show those t-shirts? Because I just love that you're all matching with the Dandara t-shirts.
Yeah.
We gotta like hide all
I
this.
actually went home just to get it.
Beautiful. So today is a very exciting day. We've released Dandara now. It came out on 6 platforms all at once. Came out on PC, on Switch, on Xbox One, on PlayStation 4, on iOS, on Android. Actually, I guess it's 8 platforms if you count Mac and Linux as well. So 8 platforms all in one single day, and that really is thanks to the guys up here and our friends over at CodeSync who helped out with all the porting work for this game. So congratulations, guys! It's great to have you on stream, and hopefully you've had a chance to sleep a little bit now after the release.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sleeping is good. Do sleep, kids.
Excellent. So there are a couple of things we're going to do today on stream. First of all, we're going to be playing the game a little bit on our end, and we'll be taking your questions for the developers who will be with us. And we're also going to be doing giveaways every 20 minutes. So I'm going to actually start the first countdown for the giveaway now. And you should be able to see that at the top of the stream, so about 20 minutes. And again, let us know how the sound is, guys. If you can hear us okay, if you can hear the devs okay. Very cool. And if you have any questions for us as we go along during the stream, please just drop them in the Twitch chat and we'll make sure to get to them as soon as possible. If you have questions in Brazilian Portuguese, we will try to pass those on to the guys and they can answer in whichever language they prefer.
I think
so let's go in and show off the game.
I'm reading too.
Yep.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you guys. Let's get in some gameplay. So just gonna start up the game here real quick, and Roland.
Oh, that's me.
I'm gonna ask you very kindly.
No,
I'm gonna ask you kindly now to play a little bit for the viewers.
Okay.
And just
I will be playing
stuff
really badly, but that's intentional.
Intentionally bad, yeah. Don't wanna play too well, because
No.
Leo's gonna be doing that in just a while.
Yeah, I don't want to make it look bad.
So guys, let's start from the beginning here. Why did you decide to make a game where you can't walk?
Oh, all right. Okay, mechanics. We started the game from that actually, and we wanted to make a game that was
About moving and
Yes.
and battling.
yeah, that had all the action and all the fun, and had all the console experience or the touch screens. in
Yeah.
the game. And yeah, that's how we came up with this movement, and then
Everything naturally came around it.
Yeah.
I mean, the exploration appeared after that, and everything was like the story, the characters,
universe.
the universe.
Yes.
Everything appeared around the main mechanic of the game.
Yeah.
So speaking of
And
story,
it worked on the gamepad as well, which
Sorry? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting you mentioned the gamepad as well, because I know that from the start this was designed with touch controls in mind, right?
yes.
Yes.
So how did you can we're just gonna delete one of my saves. I worked hard for these saves, but
gone.
we'll start again for the stream. We do have a question from the Twitch chat already. From let's see if I can get the name right. From Junior, is that BMF?
That is junior __ BMF. Yes.
Junior BMF. What inspired Dandara? And I'm gonna let you guys answer that.
Oh, no, that's a very broad, because we have inspirations coming from everywhere, and like
Yeah.
into all the different areas in the game, like in the different I don't know, like for the art, the inspirations come from like Victor brought a lot of things for the art inspiration.
Yeah. I'm not really sure if he's talking about Dandera as a game or Dandera as
As
a
a
character.
character.
Oh,
Yeah.
the character.
Probably as a game, if I can assume
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But
Yeah, so
Junior,
like
let us know
as a game-
if you mean the character.
Again, a lot of things, like gameplay wise. Maybe if you wanna shout out game names, maybe like inspirations came from Dark Souls, from Resident Evil, from Zelda, from Killer 7, Metroid, of course, yeah.
And then like the gameplay came a lot from that, and then we created something that's quite new. So
Yeah.
we had to bring a lot of
Things
like,
are-
create. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good sense came to it. Like, like we are like making something new, so we didn't get any references. So
Yeah, like
we tried to do what we made sense at the time.
Yeah, we had to like recreate and reinvent something, and it was hard to bring inspiration from the mechanics. Like we couldn't like get much from other games to that. But then there are like the
flow
of the game,
Yeah.
and how the dungeons, like the areas are set and
divided. Yeah.
Then it came from like Zelda and from Resident Evil, like the backtracking, how we do it. And like for Dandara, the character, it started very in the beginning. We learned about Dandara dos Palmares.
Yeah. And yeah, we were wanting to do a game about slavery, but then we couldn't do like justice to it, and then quickly we made something more personal. But Dandara, the character, survived the transition. That's the full story, really short.
Cool. This is, I mean, obviously you guys have worked on this game for quite a while. How long has it been now since you first started working on just the early stages of Dandara?
Oh, it was like 2014,
Wow.
the end of
To the end of
December?
no
15,
2015. It's 2 years.
Yeah, a bit more than 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years
bit more.
and 4.
But we had to stop to do freelance stuff. So
Okay.
Yeah, we stopped like for 4 months in the middle of it. So,
I guess it's 2 years is accurate.
it was right before Raw Fury joined.
Yeah.
Very cool. So guys, if you're just tuning into the stream, this is the Dandara launch celebration, and we have with us the developers over at Long Hat House who are taking your questions, talking about the game, the inspiration, maybe can give you some advice if you want to make games of your own one day. And we are playing currently through the game. This is Roland, and he's playing. He's trying to do it very nicely and slowly for you guys. But a little later on the stream, we're going to be doing a bit of tips and tricks to speedrunning, if you're interested in doing that kind of stuff. Leo, our QA intern, has promised that he can do the first boss very quickly. So he's going to prove that live on stream and not fail a single time. And as we do all this, every 20 minutes, you can see a little timer straight at the top of the stream. Every 20 minutes, we're going to be doing a giveaway. And these giveaways are going to require some participation on your end. You're going to have to write something in the chat, and we'll tell you more about what you're going to have to write in just a bit. It won't be anything offensive. Don't worry about that. It'll be fine. So if you have questions for us here at Raw Fury, a few questions for Long Hat House, the developers, please drop them in the chat, and we'll get to them as quickly as we can and as accurately as we can. Someone said, Leo, my boy. I think someone's excited about the speedrun you're going to do later on. That's really, really good.
Yeah, look forward to it. It's going to be great. I promise.
Cool. So guys, what was when was the moment for you, and not just focusing on Dandara here, but when was the moment when you realized that you wanted to make games? What inspired you?
That was soon. As soon as I discovered maybe it's a person that makes them, I wanted to do it, I guess.
That they didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Because it takes some time to realize that.
It's true. Like when you are a very small kid, you don't understand how things are made, right?
Yeah.
They just pop out from somewhere, yeah.
I started making fan games, Sonic fan games on Multimedia Fusion. I don't want to talk about that.
Gotta go fast, right?
Okay. I started doing Kingdom Hearts fan games as well, so not a good problem.
So you guys will share those with everybody soon, correct?
Yeah, there's a zip file we're gonna launch to everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
So I didn't launch my first game. It was like my sister's face running behind you, and you had to run away.
Running away from your sister.
Yeah.
I have seen this video.
That was my first game.
So there is a question from Cream Basics who asks, Long Hat House, what is your who's your favorite character in the game? Who is your favorite character in the game?
Ursula.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's the main character.
Yeah, the writer, I think.
Yeah.
The writer?
For me, it's Dandara. But if it's not Dandara, then it's Lazuli.
If it's not Dandara, then it's Johnny B, I guess.
What about Tomas? He's in the game.
Yeah, I'm in the game.
So Tomas, is Tomas your favorite character?
Oh, Tomas. I'm just kidding, Tomas.
Sorry.
You're a great character.
Yeah. Nobody chose.
Okay, guys.
I think I'm going to answer this question as well. My favorite is Milton, because he got stung by the bees, and I feel sad for him. So it always feels good to go kill the bees.
That's actually a homage to a singer called Milton Nascimento.
Brazilian singer.
Yeah, Brazilian singer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We
Well,
have him on
trivia. Quick trivia for you guys.
on the Spotify list for our party tomorrow. We have songs by this guy. Thank you, Tomas.
Okay, so we have another question for the devs. This is by ZQ, who asks, with a directionless game like this, I'd imagine you'd... Sorry, I can't see because the window's outside the other window. One moment, we're going to fix this.
I'd imagine you'd have problems with disorientation. Did you? And how did you solve it?
Did you hear that question, guys?
Problems with the orientation?
Yeah.
Disorientation.
Yeah, I mean disorienting the player direction.
Yeah,
the camera movement.
There's a lot of effort coming through it, like making sure that the camera orientation on the next floor is the same as the camera orientation you were on the room before.
Yes.
Yeah, making sure that works was like we had a lot of effort going to that. And
yeah, there is like a lot of cues, like where are you in the world. So for example, some backgrounds, they are always like in the same direction. So we have like floors, like backgrounds that have like these lines. So these lines are always like in the same direction.
Yeah, same
in the world.
Always east to west or north to south.
So if the camera is rotated, those lines are gonna be rotated, and you kind of feel that like how you are oriented in the world. And there are other things like the camera.
I think the main thing is like the particles on the desert. The particles on the desert is always gushing through a certain direction. Always.
Yeah. So there are like so many small cues that we put in there. People still get like
really
when they open the map, they are like, oh, this is up and this is down. But I think this is part of learning how to read the map and like getting like the sense of where is.
Yeah, we wanted the player to go through some kind of effort trying to read the map and looking through like.
I think also that makes them like that
attaches them more to the world, right?
Yeah, makes them like pay attention to where they are, right? Because we want people to remember the places they have been, and if you just give the map and then you put like this is where you have to go, this is where you are. People don't learn where they are. They just follow the map or something like that. And we wanted people to understand, you know, like the positioning and things like that.
Very cool. Okay, so now we're at Tarsila, which is one of the first NPCs that you meet in the game. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about Tarsila and who the reference was for this character?
Yeah, sure. In the beginning, Tarsila was a completely different character. She had a better human shape to the character. But when I got into the game and I noticed that the name and the character was actually a reference to a pretty famous Brazilian painting, I decided to redesign her and make it look pretty much the same as the painting. So that's why Ursula is one of my favorite characters. She's basically based on a real life painting.
Yeah, the thing is, Victor, he joined the team like 1 year ago, like in the middle of the project.
Exactly in the middle.
So before we were doing the drawings, and like Ursula was like
just a girl with a paint bucket.
She wasn't so cool. Yeah, she had like a paint bucket, and she was like not really cool. And then Victor came in and like he changed all these things, and like he brought a lot of more creativity in those things. Like
that added a lot of value in the game.
Yeah.
So on that note, because you're talking about the older stuff in the game, Roland, do you want to go ahead and pause, and we're going to play now a clip from what Dandara used to look like back in the day.
Before you guys joined me?
Cool.
Yeah, that trailer. Cool.
The trailer? Yeah. So here we go, guys. Here is what Dandara used to look like.
No, the arrows were super slow. Yes.
Alright, that was a look at what Dandara used to look like way back in the day. And here we are now in 2018, the year of Dandara as it currently looks. Which, as you can see, Victor did a fantastic job. Not trying to be mean to you guys, Joao and Lucas. I know you. I thought it was cool. The old version was cool, but
I agree.
Came a long way. I think Cream Basics put it best when they wrote in the chat. You can tell they added tons of detail since then. So I completely agree with that statement. Someone is pointing out that it wasn't that early in development. At least it had graphics. So there we go. Nice. Okay, so we're seeing right now a little cupcake on the wall next to one of the camps. Do you want to talk about the cupcake and why we have lots of cupcakes in a game like this?
Yeah, because it's a homage, like everything the artist's village is like, not everything, but a huge part is like inspired by Belo Horizonte. That's where we live. Yeah. And there's this graffiti artist that does like these cupcakes around all the city. And that's a homage to that, like a nod, a little nod to it.
It's
That's
pretty
awesome.
much part of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a village of artists, so like
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense that
To be something as kind of graffiti like that you don't kind of understand yet. Yeah.
It's just kind of there and you don't really understand what the context is. That's cool. Alright, so we are getting close to our first giveaway. Only 3 minutes remain until we do that, and we're going to give you some instructions on how that works in just a bit. It'll be very simple, don't worry. So if you're just joining us, this is the Dandara launch celebration stream together with the developers from Long Hat House, which are over there. They're over that way. You can see them. And if you have questions for them, if you have questions for us here at Raw Fury, we're happy to take them in the Twitch chat. We're showing off the game. We're going to be doing some giveaways every 20 minutes throughout the stream. And we're also going to be doing a little bit of a speedrun tips and tricks session near the end. So you won't want to miss that if you want to do some speedruns in this game, which is pretty tricky. I'm very, very eager to see people start speedrunning the game. I know we've had a couple of people who've started doing some speedruns that are looking pretty good. And there is an achievement in the game if you manage to beat the score of those guys, the developers. So guys, what do you think? Is anyone going to beat your score?
Yeah. Oh, that's my old score. So I did those.
So what is your new score, Lucas?
No, I'm about 1 hour, but like Leo, he's a beast.
30 minutes?
I can't do that. No, he's like did 48 minutes.
48 minutes?
Yeah.
48.
Oh my God.
48, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking forward to
like
some
1
good ones.
hour. Kind of.
I'd love to see like half coordinated playing the game. You know that speedrunner who's actually he has a type of paralysis, but he plays video games using just one hand.
Cool.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. He's really good. Yeah, I'd like to see that, like people playing.
So Moogie Gust just says, cheers to Long Hat House. I'm from Belo Horizonte too. Awesome work.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
I guess that wasn't a question, but I just wanted to read it anyway. So there is another question from Nug Chuggy who asks, any chance for a physical release like with a limited run or signature games? This is a great question. I think it's nothing we've planned right now, a physical release, but it would be quite fun, I think, to look into in the future. So we'll keep it in consideration, but no plans right now. Okay, so we're coming up on the first giveaway. We are coming up. We have a question again from, man, my eyesight, Paja Tontu. Let's say Paja Tontu. How many months did it take to make this game?
How many what?
How many months?
I think in the first year, like to make the old game, he means that.
Oh, like previous,
The previous version. I guess it was 6 months.
No, it's more. It's like
8 months.
No, the full game, guys.
The full game.
Oh, the full
Yeah.
game? Yeah, it's
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
2 years.
24 a month.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 people most of the time, and then I joined the team to take care of the art.
In the last year.
Yeah. So it's like 2 years with 3 people, and then
No, 1 year with 3 people and
then
1
1
year
joined.
with 4.
Yeah.
Confusing, but that's it.
Yeah.
Guys, it is
Dev.
giveaway time. So it's our first giveaway. It's our first giveaway, and it's going to be
go.
very, very easy.
Oh, I hope I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for you too. I'm gonna ban you right now from the. It's very easy. All you need to do is type Tarsilla in the chat, and I'm going to type this as well, so everybody can see exactly what to do. Type Tarsilla. And if you type it, you have a chance to win. And you'll be winning a Steam key for Dandara, which is out now.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay, so we'll let this run for just a bit, and we will see what happens.
Oh, there's a lot of
There's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You can see so many people.
Why aren't you guys talking to us? Only typing Ursula.
Hey, come on, ask the long-haired house guy something. Okay, so we're going to let that run for a bit. Keep typing it in chat. We'll run for about maybe 20 seconds. And as we do that, let's wait with this section, actually. Okay, you know what? Giveaway ends in 5 seconds, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll.
And the winner is Minimize Toy. Minimize Toy.
Minimize Toy. Congratulations.
Who is also a follower of us. Thank you for that.
Nice.
How come?
You're not just freeloading. That's awesome.
Gordon Van Dyke just typed Ursula.
Gordon.
No, Gordon wasn't in.
Oh,
Gordon, maybe next time, man. You
don't
might
need
have
it.
a chance. So, as we said, giveaway every 20 minutes, and that means the next one, we'll start counting down. There we go. New countdown timer. Excellent. Not at all first time we're figuring out how to do that. Back into the game. Okay, guys, there is a very interesting place here.
Guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh yeah.
There's an interesting place that we're looking at now.
No, but there's a guy before. I don't know. I can know. Sorry, yeah.
guys?
Good. Guys, we're looking at a very interesting place. And we need you to talk about something called Garantido. What is Garantido?
Garantido is a bar that's guaranteed to be open.
At any time. Yes.
That's a name we gave to it. Yeah, it's just I don't know the real name. But like in the end of the development of the game, you want to do an extra nod to it, like, and the vidraçaria thing. That's a real thing that has on this bar that calls your attention every time. Yeah, it's close to it. Yeah.
But what vidraçaria means in English?
Oh yeah, it's like glass.
Glass
where
store.
you can buy a window glass.
That kind of stuff. But it's just next to the bar, which is pretty weird.
Yeah, it's like the bar, and then there is like a big banner. And that's the light of the bar. That's what gives it the environment. Yeah, so it's cool. And then we give it. Yeah, we put it there. It's pretty 80s. I don't know. It's pretty.
Pretty. Love it. Okay, so we've just found a music box, but in order for us to actually make those music boxes sing, so to speak, we gotta go meet Tomas. And Tomas happens to be over there, but we need to get to him in the game as well. So, what was the inspiration for the music? Tomas, you want to talk about how you got inspired to make your own music for the game?
Yeah. So the music has changed a lot during the development, but I think the main inspiration for the sound I define it was an organic sound from a game I love it called Samoros 3 from Amanita Design.
So good.
I think the composer has the same name from as me. It's Thomas Dvorak.
Cool.
And the soundtrack is full of organic sounds and different sounds merged with synthesizers. So this happens to inspire me a lot. So I think this was my first inspiration. But I don't know. I like a lot of impressionist music, so I think that kind of music inspired me as well.
Very nice. So if you are a fan of the music, which we all are, then you should definitely check out the soundtrack, which you can get over at Steam or on Bandcamp as well. And you know what? I just realized we're not playing the music right now, so let's go ahead and put some of that music on. Oh, I'm sorry. I just kicked you back to the main menu, didn't I?
That's doing so well.
But the music is so good. So I want to play some of that for y'all so you can listen to that as well. Here we go. We'll try to play it a little low so it doesn't override everything. And
we've got a question here.
We do have a question. What is the question?
From, let's see, Alone Inastro. sorry if I butcher your name. Question for the devs. Were there any time in the 2 years with such a small team that had any major roadblocks?
Lots of them, I guess.
Okay, next question. What were some of those roadblocks?
For example, when you guys had to freedom.
Yeah, there was like a moment that we had to stop development because of cash.
Yeah.
We didn't have like money.
Cold
to
hard
work on.
cash.
Yeah, so we did the freelance for 4 months. Yeah, that was a moment that like it was problematic because we had to stop development and yeah. I would say that the whole road had like some holes.
Yeah.
It was low in the beginning because of the mechanics so different, and then we had like
To invent like the rules for levels, how
Yeah.
they have to be designed.
like the first level was redesigned many times.
Yes.
We would discover something that was like that would make it everything better, but then we had to change everything. And
Yeah, change the enemies.
yeah, we did that so many times.
Exactly.
And yeah, also like for the environment, we had some hard time in the beginning to define what we wanted the world to look like. We had like a color palette and it wasn't good, and then Victor helped us, and then it changed the color palette, and we went like through everything again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
then-
threw away everything like 5 times.
Yeah, and
Wow.
when I joined the team, I basically got the color palette and threw it away.
Yeah. He took
I
some
started
time.
disrespecting the color
He
palette
did
all
it
the
like
time.
slowly. He did it slowly.
Yeah,
And,
when we solve it, what's the color
Yeah.
palette?
And, well, we saw someone saying that the game looked gray, so that was one of the problems.
Yeah.
Making like the things that are part of the gameplay stand out from the background. We were having problems with that.
Yeah, we really want to do that because the game's so fast, right?
Yeah. So in the beginning it was hard to make like what the game would look like, and also Thomas helped a lot with his music. Sometimes the music came first, and
Yeah.
then we were like, oh, this is like dreamy. So we kind of changed the setting. Like the characters looked more like a person, and then Victor came and like it looked more like something unrealistic, like Tarsila does.
Yeah, very metaphysical.
Yes, so
Awesome.
it was slow, but I wouldn't say that it was a roadblock.
Yeah.
Just like
Okay. It's just part of the
a
duration.
lot of
So we're,
Just a
we're
moment. Looks like you guys missed the question. Like,
Oh.
TFG live stream. Victor, what's the story on the Crescent Moon asset you designed?
the moon.
Yeah, I think he means the purple moon, where you get the green stone. Sorry for the spoilers. So, there's not a lot of story behind it. The guys just designed the stone, which was shaped like a crescent moon, because when you dream, it's like
night.
you're in the moon and it's at night.
Yeah.
So I tried to replicate a bigger version of the Stone of Dreams, and
We tried the 3D first.
yeah, I tried to do a 3D version of it first, but it just looked like
It didn't look
like
good.
shit. It looked like shit. But
all right. So we're
I
gonna.
said, okay, I'm going to deal with this, and it was a huge asset. I got a little bit lazy with it, but I'm really happy with the final result. It reminds me a little bit of DreamWorks logo, but I think it works. It works.
I completely agree.
No, it's good.
Okay,
Like,
so I'm just gonna do one thing here. We're at the tank, the very first mini boss, and I know we've done this once already, but for those of you joining, I just want to show what the game used to look like one more time, and we're gonna see what the game looks like now, just for the comparison's sake, because we're talking about art. So here is very quickly what this boss fight used to look like. Just this boss fight. And now we're gonna play what it actually looks like today. So, just for the comparison.
All right.
Let's do this. Okay, so Leo's taking over. He's gonna do the crazy moves. The clutch plays. Easy.
Easy.
Easy. Okay, back to rolling.
Okay.
You're too good, Leo, man. Okay, there is another question from Junior BMF. Are there any game creators that you admire or appreciate? Any shout-outs?
Oh, there are many. Many.
If you can only pick 12.
Yeah, 3 for each.
No, I think after I read Derek Yu book, I really like that. It's very inspiring.
Derek Yu.
Yeah, like these guys.
Who made
Inspiring.
Spelunky?
Yeah. Spelunky is great, and then I read his book, and he tells the story, and like we can kind of correlate and see something that learn a lot from it. So really cool.
Awesome.
I don't know. Suda 51, I guess.
It is nice.
Shinji Mikami, Miyamoto, this Japanese guy, but also Brazilian ones like Venturelli, Felipe Dalmolin. If I start talking about Brazilian, I'm gonna forget. Space Giraffe. I don't want to keep saying because I forgot a lot of them.
People of Mini Boss.
Yeah, the guys.
Yeah, the people behind Celeste's art.
Yeah.
They made Celeste.
They made an awesome game.
We're enjoying it a lot.
Yes.
Here. I'd say I'd go with Kojima. Even though I'm not a Metal Gear fan, I like Boktai, and he worked on that. Which one?
I don't know.
I'd say Inafune, but Inafune is in a bad spot right now.
We can keep this.
Yeah, I can keep
Only 12 guys, come on. All right, so let's just say one more thing about the game now. We've met Tomas, we've talked to him, we've inspired him again to create music, which is good. Please don't stop creating music, Tomas, because it's excellent. And
actually, we're gonna make an update in the game where we add a mustache to Tomas.
We need to update that.
We need to update like that.
Fine.
Yeah.
When that sentence started, I had no idea where it was going, and I love it. So another question, or rather, like just to finish that thought, what actually happens when you talk to Tomas in the game?
Oh, that's a spoiler. We can't tell.
Okay, never mind.
You give him real money in real life every time you talk to him.
Beautiful.
You play the tree every time. No, but I don't know. That's a spoiler.
Yeah, we couldn't tell that.
We're just, I mean, we are playing the game right now.
Interpretation.
We just showed that part to the players.
Yeah.
We're spoiling it already.
Do you guys need the animation? What's happening with
No, I'm just like,
yeah,
what does it actually do? What do the music boxes do in the game?
Oh, they allow you like to move around the artist village.
Yeah, I like to think they are used to like creativity is used to reach higher lengths in the artist village. And when there's music playing, there's more creativity, so people can access more, can reach farther.
Yeah, we chose 3 types of artists that we think were important, like a painter, a musician, and a game designer.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's a game designer there.
Ja, det ska du. Du kan spela, det är lika bra.
So we're talking some Swedish right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking over from Roland because he just rage quit.
Yeah, I rage quit.
He couldn't make it.
This game is hard, guys. This game's hard.
What is the kind of, when you guys started designing the game, especially from the perspective of difficulty, did you want it to be a challenging game? Like, did you always know that was the goal, or how did you approach difficulty?
What do you mean, the challenge?
We wanted it to be a challenging game from the start.
Oh, yes.
We wanted like for you to earn your victories, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this time in the game where we like set you free because there's a lot of options.
Yeah.
We like wanted to present that problem to the player so he can like come out of that, which is really hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like victorious and be really happy from what he learned little by little.
Yeah, like there are parts that like some of the story is told by that too. Like you get to a part and it's so hard that you can't Like you can't go there, and that like people are getting there and trying to play there, and like they can't go. But then they find their way in the game, and then they grow, and
then they come back,
and now they are able to pass through it, and that's part of the story, and like how the character is growing, and how she can like now access new areas. And, yeah, getting stronger, and the player, because the game time is also so different. Like the player also learns, right? Like
learns again how to play a video game.
Yeah. Like the player gets better.
Yeah.
Evolves.
Just as you said, the player gets better, I took damage. So, I don't know. So there's another question about... I can't see where it was now, but somebody asked if Dandara, the actual person, was an influence in making this game. And I think we mentioned this a little earlier, but do you want to talk some more about that kind of early idea of using Dandara as a character in the game?
Yeah. Would you look? Okay, yeah, like, we started with the mechanics, and we had the mechanics set. I mean, not set because it evolved a lot, but we had the idea, and then we started thinking what kind of stories we could tell with it, And we started, like, by telling stories that came from other video games, like, you know, you're a guy and you have, like, a machine gun, you shoot, and that's very cliche, and it hasn't to do with us. Like, we don't see that in our lives, like, that's not part.
We only see that in other games.
Yeah. And, you know, like, this military thing is not very Brazilian. So we came and we were, like, looking for inspirations from things that we learned at school, and, like, things that are around us and that we see in our lives. So, there is this story about, it's not a story, it's history. It's like a part of the slavery history in Brazil. And Dandara dos Palmares was a very important person to
Sorry, guys.
Anyone flip that?
Yeah.
Like that?
Say hi to your mom, Victor.
Sorry.
So, Dandara dos Palmares was this important person fighting, like, I have to tell a lot to, you know, like, explain everything about her, but she's like an inspiration and like a very important name in the fight against slavery in Brazil. And she inspired us to tell a story that was about that. With time, the story changed. We brought it to something more personal. It was like really hard to tell a story about that without like making the proper research.
Yeah, so, and the mechanics didn't do justice. I mean, it was hard to do justice for that story with the mechanics as well.
Yeah, like for the realism.
Yeah.
So we brought it to something that, fine, it's a lot more like dreamy and. But the character was super cool, and it still brings a lot of meaning. Like, she's still the one like fighting for liberty, for like freedom. So we kept her, and like we kept like the design.
She survived and
cool.
improved the game in the end.
Yeah.
Her meaning.
So what was the inspiration for Johnny B, the character?
It's not me. I have the same, but it's not me.
Yeah.
Should I spoil it?
It's another game designer.
I'm gonna tweet about it, but it's actually Jonathan Blow.
Yeah. Victor
It's Jonathan Blow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan Blow. It's one of the guys. I didn't say like the inspiration because I didn't want to, you know, spoil.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
I was going to tweet about that.
But you were going to tweet about this in a month after.
A month after,
right.
and here we go and spoil it on stream 2 days after release, guys. Clifton B says he knew it already, so not much of a spoiler.
That's alright. That's alright.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's a good reference.
Yeah.
Clifton says, I knew it. He knew it. It was
He knew
Jonathan Blow.
Cool, so we're getting a little pickup from him.
What?
I'm just getting the power-up, I guess, from Johnny B right now.
Alright.
So we're getting
Wow,
gold
you
missiles.
did it fast, guys.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
going
guys,
You guys are on fire.
We've been practicing, you know.
Can I talk back to the audience? I mean,
Yeah.
who's in the audience is actually playing Dandara? What do you guys think so far?
That's an excellent question.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
There's another question as well from Hypnotized, who asks, what were the inspiration for Dandara's visuals? And before you answer that, yes, Tetzner. This is a new game. It's Dandara. It came out on Tuesday for PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Switch, iOS, Android, Mac, and Linux, and you can buy it right now. And now, Victor, please, what were the inspirations for the visuals in Dandara?
And why are the graphics so 80s, apparently? Is the question.
The inspirations for Dandara were not only video games, but also a lot of anime. So when it comes to animation, I try to stick with the games that I know have a good feedback with animations. Like Mega Man X was a huge inspiration, and also more recent ones like I even looked at Celeste to learn some background tricks, for example. And when it comes to anime, I think Evangelion plays a lot, especially for people who played through the entire game. Maybe you can see some references. And I think I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna tweet more about it. I have to think it over because I'm that kind of guy which just scrolling down the Twitter timeline and I see something about an anime that I used to like, and then I use that as an inspiration. So I forget about things all the time. So.
Very cool. Okay, guys, it's time for something very special indeed. Another giveaway.
Woo!
Okay. This is very simple. This is very simple, guys. It is easy to participate in the giveaway, and I'm saying all these words so that I have time to prepare. All you need to do to get a chance to win a Steam key for Dandara is to type one simple word in the chat, and the word is garantido. Not Tercero this time. We're gonna change it up a bit. It's garantido, and if you are lucky, you're guaranteed to win. You're lucky. One player. Boom. One person.
Good luck, everyone.
So as the garantidos spam their way into the Twitch chat, I will murder Augustus, who is the first big boss in the game. We streamed this the other day, and we got to here, and then we didn't actually finish it. So now we're gonna see if Raw Fury can handle a boss fight live in front of. Oh wow, there's hundreds of people who are gonna watch me die if I die.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Taking your bets, will I be able to beat Mr. Question mark, question mark, question mark?
That is questionable.
Watch the clutch. Oh no, I was gonna clutch, but I totally didn't. Why did I try that? So pro tip, you can actually stand on his hands. I learned this a lot later than I'm willing to admit. Okay. What was the inspiration for Augustus, by the way?
Oh yeah.
There is a lot like art and stories.
Why don't you start? Why don't you say how it started?
Okay, because Augustus is like the mark of oppression, I'd say. We looked over historical figures of oppression, like generals and also like dictators, things like that. And yeah, there are some there. I don't know, like it's we got like many images, and like we wanted to pass that feeling and the idea, but not exactly like one, person or one side. Like we wanted to be more generous about it.
Yeah, and then I had to rework on Augustus' sprite art, and I remember that
The previous sprite art was a drawing over.
Rotoscopy.
Yeah,
That's
rotoscopy.
an advanced animation technique.
Yeah, that like João was drawing it, and like
I took some pictures and draw over my face.
yeah, basically Augustus is your own face, rotoscoped, with a cap that making him look a little bit more like M. Bison.
A bit more like M. Bison. Okay, guys, that is the giveaway. We've just killed Augustus, which means I'm in a good mood, and we're going to be giving away a Steam key for Dandara to the following person. The person is Killer Jones 7, you have just won yourself. Who's also following us? Thank you. This is actually really cool to see. Thank you very much for following.
Killer 7,
Congratulations. Enjoy the game.
I will write you up, and when the stream is done, we're going to be sending out the Steam keys to everybody who wins. Sorry, Gordon, maybe next time. And let's reset the little giveaway timer once more, and we will continue from here. Okay, so Roland, back to you. You can take the chests. Now that I've done the hard work, you can reap the rewards.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Okay. Oh, hang on, one moment. Actually, we're just gonna. I need to the window, because the window is not where it should be.
Exactly.
There we go.
Don't. Yeah.
Okay. We're streaming professionals, ladies and gentlemen. We do this all the time. We've collected now 1,562 salt, which, in most games, if you found 1,562 salt, maybe you wouldn't pick it up. But in this game, you would. So my question for you guys is, the developers, why salt? And what does it mean? Why do I need all this salt in my life?
Because that's what it's for churrasco.
No, yeah, we use it for. But that's like a very loose reference.
It's
that
a symbolic
grew,
reference.
Yeah, that grew. You know the expression like with a grain of salt. That's like, you know.
You take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, like you take it with, you know, like you don't
Wisdom.
totally believe it. Yeah, you have to be like smart.
Exactly.
So that's a bit of that, like the, and then it grew. Like the name is cool, and it like the
And in
salt.
the old, like in the like old civilization, salt was actually currency.
Yeah, it was really important because I like we learned that sometimes they use like the name salt, something like if you're losing your salt, it means that you are like losing your head, because it was so important that it was related to sanity or something like that.
Or wisdom or intelligence.
Yeah, so in the game, salt is like this word, and also it's like the like a god, like Gaia, something like that. And the things you get are not actually salt; they are like fleas of salt.
Yeah,
which is like
parts of that god.
Yeah,
I guess
particles of the god, like
That is actually asking for help. Right?
Yeah, like please, like a appeal.
A cry for help.
Yeah, like if you have more pleas, you are more in favor of the god, and you have more power.
Yeah, something like that.
That's really cool, guys.
Where's the guys? Where's the
I guess you're not paying attention.
Yeah,
That was too long.
Yeah, that was too long.
This is why I don't play.
So Roland has just died, and when you die in Dandara, you drop all of your pleas of salt. And you also drop your spirits, or is it your ghost, or what is the technical term here? Spirit, ghost?
Ghost.
Yeah,
Ghost. But if we get back to the ghosts, we can interact with it, and we can actually get our salt back. So Roland's gonna do that now. And he only has one chance to do this, so it's very intense. But luckily...
You're making me nervous!
Luckily it wasn't too far away. Nothing... Okay, we're fine.
We are fine.
There we go. So, oh, Killer Jones 7 just wrote and said, the last time I won something was a bill. So, thanks for tuning in, Killer Jones 7, and congratulations. We'll be sending you the Steam key shortly.
We have a question for the devs.
Cool.
From ZQ once again. Do you have any tips on developing for many target platforms at the same time?
Any what?
Do we have
Any tips on developing for many target platforms at the same time?
Okay, well, one, like something that had to leave for a while. João gotta leave for a while.
Yep.
Got busy.
It's funny that you asked that question and João just left. He's like, nope. He's done with all the platforms.
Like, an unexpected visit, but he might come back, I think. I hope. And okay, developing for many platforms. One thing that was pretty hard is that the game didn't start for so many platforms, and some things that are simple, like to develop, like you know, like the save system was entirely made for the initial platforms, and when we added others, things came like not so very like. Well, the thing is, I would say that code-wise, making it like, I don't know how to say that, but like, so that you can attach things to it, like making modular, more modular.
Modular.
Yeah, modular.
Okay.
I mean, if you start from the beginning, think that you're gonna have many platforms, then it's easier to follow this.
Also,
I don't know.
for help.
Yeah, like help, because we had CodeSync making like the ports for some platforms. They helped us in the beginning with the Switch, and PS4 and Xbox, they did almost everything for the porting. So that helps a lot. And yeah, another thing, like, then there is not much you can do. Like, if you want to do something different for the Switch, we had like the HD Rumble, and if you want to do like, there are specifics for each platform. Like the Xbox One, you have to show the user, and like the Switch user interface. There are like different things that counts, but you're gonna have to work on that anyways. One thing that you have to know is that adding each platform adds a lot of time in development.
Yeah.
Like, even like if you start from the beginning, there are specific things that you have to make for each.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably months we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Lucaza from the Twitch chat wants us to tell you, Zhao, you owe him a beer. Him or her? Lucaza.
Lucaza, please tell João that he owes me a beer.
Damn, I owe a beer to a lot of people. your nickname is not like doing me a favor.
Yeah. Who are you? How do you know us?
There is another question here from Tarsioser, who asks, what is the next project? What's the next project for you guys? What's next?
No, not yet.
We're gonna prototype. Yes, let's prototype.
We have many ideas, but we want to see them like first.
And probably it's not going to be a commercial release.
Yeah, we usually do something small. And
just to try out and see if it works. Fail faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Granted. Oh, I go back.
There's another question from Cream Basics here that asks, devs, would you like to work on something more story-based next?
Yes, but
no, yes.
yes. I mean, of course. I like. We all have like we four actually have our crazy ideas for awesome stories. But the thing is, we have to know like we aren't writers, I guess.
Yeah.
We should.
We are not.
I don't know. We need to prove ourselves to ourselves.
I think we can improve that.
Yeah,
Dandara was a great like experience for that.
Exactly.
But like it's not a story-driven game. It depends also like if the next game asks for that.
Yes, if the mechanics ask for story more.
Yeah.
We usually start from the mechanics because we like that.
Yeah.
We like creating something new that like feels new on the controller and feels new like on the gameplay. Like
if I would set a goal for myself, I would say that the level of storytelling used in Celeste is probably what we're able to achieve in the next project.
Oh yes.
I think so.
Oh my! Don't promise that, dude.
That's like.
But there's storytelling.
I saw that Celeste. I saw Celeste. Yeah.
I think I can do that. I think the storytelling in Celeste is simple, but it's very effective at what it does.
It's very personal.
Yeah, and the characters are also really awesome. You really want to be friends with those characters. So I think we can achieve that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, mixed answers.
Yeah, on my part, I can do it.
Very nice. Another question from Moogie Gust devs. Where did the idea for the movement mechanic come from?
The movement mechanics? Yeah, That's the only thing that came out of like our ideas. I don't know. It's I remember João telling me the idea like
Yeah, what we should do this game that plays like this was a simple pitch, I guess, with like floating platforms like this, and the platforms do like this, and the enemy is on the middle.
Yeah,
and you like jump between the floating.
It wasn't even a Metroidvania. It was like we fight against one challenge, and then
it was the pitch was about one simple battle. That was.
Yeah, and then it grew.
Like grew around it. Yeah. It grew, like design itself. That's a good way.
Yeah, like we found like many problems with the design, and we went back.
You got this.
Very cool. Roland is right now experiencing the tougher situations.
Oh!
Just get killed.
Oh, my hands are sweaty.
Where are you? We could imagine anything from that.
Awesome. So let's take a break from the game for a second, guys.
Yeah.
And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into some large camera mode here, and oh, wrong one. The one where we can actually see the developers as well. There we go. There you go, guys.
This is the fun.
So
Give me
I would love for you guys, if you're up for it, to tell the story about the development from like the start until release. How did Dandara get made? How did it happen? What happened along the way? And I want to hear all of your different versions of this, if there are different versions. So who wants to start? What's the story of the game? How did it get made?
Let's start from the very beginning then. We finished our first game, Magenta Arcade.
Yeah.
And it was a very it was small,
super niche mobile game that was premium, and well, I guess only 3,000 people played it.
No, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the numbers.
Yeah.
But I think it was like that.
Yeah.
And okay, so we finished that, and after that we were like thinking on the next project. So we wanted to try new tools and new styles. So we jumped into Unity, and we were like playing a bit, and we made another game called Miguel. It's a free-to-play.
Incredible, yeah. It's a free-to-play game. Don't look for it.
Don't look for it. The art is
Everyone looks for it.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
The art is by another Victor.
Yeah, that's when we worked first time with Victor actually. We were sharing this office, and there is more 3 guys who share it with us, but they are not here today. And so we were sharing the office, and he helped us, and we kept working on the next thing, and it was like
we did a lot of prototypes, right?
Yeah.
And all of them were kind of shit. Before Dandara.
We tried to make a Mario Party like with
Mario Party 2 players. 2 players on the mobile phone. Like you play like you grab your like phone like this, and we play like this.
And it was like this. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but it was like
It was fun.
maybe we need more mini games to make this good. But each mini game takes like 2 months to do.
Yeah, it was like taking too long.
Maybe it was taking too long
to prove itself, like.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's go to next prototype, and then João had this idea. We had some other, and like we tried a little bit of everything, and then this idea was growing, and it was cool, and that's how it started. And then we had like a little bit of gameplay. You can see on our
YouTube page?
No, there is a tick source page that we kind of abandoned
Ooh.
because we didn't have time to keep making it, but
it
you
shows
have
the
the,
beginning like really
very
accurately.
Yeah, it's like the very beginning, and then we called Thomas, who was friends with Victor already, and they were working together in another game.
What's the URL for that page, guys, so we can show it as well?
The what?
You're saying which page do we look at for the old stuff?
Tick source.
Tick source.
Tick source.
Do you want to send me the URL on Skype, and we can show it on stream as well?
Okay. Can you do that?
Look at
Fun to see.
You can do it.
Someone also wants to know how old you guys are.
Okay, Thomas.
Help us there.
Thank you.
Tom.
Yeah.
Also, the game was named Mirror Duo Jam.
Oh,
so
the previous one,
yeah, it was
yeah,
pretty cheesy, but
But
it's
it
okay.
makes us learn that WarioWare is actually a very AAA game. It's very
It
AAA.
doesn't look like that.
And then, okay, Dandara started, we called Thomas, and he started helping us shape the world and like with the music and like the style of it. And we redid it, like redone the first level many times until we got like nominated for Big Festival, which is the biggest Brazilian game festival.
Yeah, we're super happy.
Yeah, we were super happy, and that was actually the moment we had to stop for freelance.
Yeah. Yay!
Yeah. But then we sent Ralph Fury an email with the same game that we had, like the one from the trailer, and Ralph Fury
From the
texted
old
back.
one.
Yeah, and like I think 70 emails forth and back until we were.
I feel we should say that that Ralph Fury email, we took like 3 weeks to write it.
Yeah. And then Ralph Fury joined, and then you guys were like, yeah, we want you guys to work full time, and that was perfect. And you guys helped us.
Really helped us. Yeah.
Yes. And then 3 months working with Ralph Fury, Gordon, who is our producer there, was telling us, hey, why don't you try the controller? Like, I think this game works with controller, and we were like, okay, let's
Yeah,
try.
the NX might be like touchscreen and the
Yeah.
controller at the same time.
Yeah.
And we were like, I don't know.
I was very like, yeah. I had like, I don't know, because I was worried. And we tried it, and it was pretty cool. And
Yes.
and then we got like the thing with Nintendo for the Nindies, and you guys brought us to GDC, and things started growing. Really
Yeah, like
quick.
whoa, like it
Yeah.
was really fast.
And at that point, Victor offered help, and
Yeah.
we needed it. So
And I needed
Victor-
money.
Yeah.
Perfect match.
Victor joined,
Yeah.
and he kind of redid
All the art.
all the art.
I remember I had to remake all the art for the first area of the game in like a month, so the game could be ready to show at the Nintendo Direct from January last year.
Sorry, Victor.
No, it was you redid the art for the events for GDC and PAX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also it showed up on the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
But anyway,
The trailer. Yeah.
I already got in development and in a heavy crunch time.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like.
But it was okay. Kind of like I knew what I had to do to make it look better.
And yeah, when I saw the Nintendo trailer, I almost cried.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god.
I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
super Nintendo fanboy, like from
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Watching my own game on Nintendo, like my second game, and was like,
Yeah, I even wear Miyamoto pajamas to sleep. So
What?
I have Miyamoto pajamas.
Like, it's really
Yeah,
Miyamoto?
no, it has his face.
on each nipple.
Yeah, on each
So we just showed off that old website with some of that old art while you guys were talking, and it's come a long way. I think Victor, when you
Yeah.
came on board, even in that first
learn a
month, it was
lot.
so obvious early, like this was going to be so much cooler. And
It's so cool to see the jigsaw. So we wanted to keep track and like keeping updating it, but it's just like we take a lot of time to write posts and everything. We always like think how they're gonna, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like we are too slow on that, so we couldn't do that.
Yeah, and from there, there's also a good point to mention that Rapuri actually helped us to go to Stugan, which is a non-profit indie game incubator in Sweden.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
part of development.
Yeah,
That's important.
We spent 2 months at Stugan polishing the game and getting feedback from many sources and having mentors playing the game and giving us all these directions to make it as polished as we could. So it was the best game dev experience we had so far.
It's totally true.
Totally true. And Thomas went with us as well, and meanwhile in the development, he redid the music of the game like 3 or 4 times the entire music.
Actually, Thomas really likes oh no, this I think I'm gonna rebalance the whole OST. He did that by accident.
I did this on the start of the game.
Yeah,
I know that just a couple of months ago you basically rewrote the whole main theme as well.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It all
Also,
worked out for
Wasn't
the
my
best.
plans.
I like that he's a perfectionist again.
Yes, and we had a point also that we joined more people. Like we had the 2 guys that worked in the office with us. They are from another company, but for 2 weeks they offered us help. And they redid the UI, HUD.
Also, we had Julia Yamasaki, which goes by the username Mistakey on Twitter, and she made all the cutscenes for introduction and ending of the game, which
look
amazing.
awesome. Yeah.
Sweet.
So much value
great,
was a great to the game.
Yes.
I have to stop you there, because it is time for another giveaway.
Giveaway.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch
What's
chat,
the word?
it is giveaway time, and you know what that means? It means giveaway. So we're gonna give something away. What is the keyword we're gonna use now? What do you guys think?
Mustache.
Mustache. Mustache. Augustus.
The only thing that is not in the
Augustache.
Augustache.
There
we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be posting this in the chat. There it is. If you type Augustache in the Twitch chat, which it's probably something that's never happened before in a Twitch chat,
I have a mustache too.
you have a chance to win a Steam key
Augustache.
for Dandara.
Oh, you need to
And
add that to Augustus now.
If
A sentient stash.
if you don't understand why we're doing this, let me see if I can. Let's just see here. One moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're not gone.
Hey, well.
Get the guys back.
Trying to get the mustache. So put a Gustache in the chat, and I'm not saying the inspiration is from here, but it may or may not be.
Man, seriously.
Okay, 5 more seconds, guys. 5 more seconds for the giveaway.
It's carnival here.
Terrible.
A Gustache. Even Gordon has typed it. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and the winner is. Who's the winner? It's Caleb.
Caleb.
Caleb, congratulations. Who's also following us?
Congratulations.
Wow.
Yay.
I'm really excited about how many of you are following us. Thank you very much for the support. Okay, let's get back into some gameplay. Sorry for singling you out there, Thomas. That's some gameplay. All right, so we're getting. Where are we right now? Oh, hang on, one second.
We
I'm
are in
sorry,
the
I'm sorry.
Primal Woods.
We're in the Primal Woods.
Sorry guys, there's a question by Bobby Zord. He asked this 3 times.
3
He's
times.
asking if we are going to have a skin about Zumbi dos Palmares, which is historically Dandara's husband. And I think I'm gonna take that one, and I'm saying no. We want Dandara to shine this time. So
Yeah.
maybe next time.
Maybe.
Next game.
But it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I agree that it's awesome.
Yeah.
Having both the games.
So you heard it here first, folks. Next
Yeah,
game
reference,
confirmed
but-
by lead artist Victor. Nice. What is one of your favorite levels in the game? Because there are quite a few different areas that you can reach, and do you have one that is like a personal favorite? And you can all answer this individually.
Okay.
All right.
I do.
All right.
I like the Dreamlands because I managed to use some 3D there.
Mm.
And what I like most about making art for video games is when you get background from many sources and you can mix those things to make
Subvert the
something.
expectation.
Yeah, and it's also a pretty different area in the game for those who are already there. You know what I'm talking about. But I love to mix 3D with 2D and make it look good in the game. So that's why it's my favorite area.
Very cool. Joe, what about you?
I guess I don't know, it's almost a tie, but I guess the desert. I really like the music in that level, and the music, it makes you feel like so dramatic, and it goes like it was so hard to design actually too, and I feel like accomplished with it a little bit.
Yeah, this one was very tricky, and we had to redesign it like twice.
Yeah, we did clever tricks to not redesign so much, I guess, as well.
Some parts, because there is like some backtracking.
I can't say they're clever, they're tricks.
Yeah. And I think I would say the last area, the fortress. I like that one. I think because we had like
the tie.
Yeah, we had all the elements there to put into there.
We knew how to make this game.
Yeah, and like it was so much freedom to work with all the like enemies, all the enemies we could put in there, and like how we could make it. And because we could like, because it's the last, we can make it like even harder.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, we had fun designing it.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I like when we have the freedom to make these experimental levels and very punishing levels, because I don't know, I just like to see people struggling.
As you can see, me
so much
struggling.
fun. It's so much fun.
I really like that room where, in the Dreamlands, where the camera locks on Dandara and she spins and it's really like a risky room, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's optional.
Yeah.
It's
some people will find that it's very like, very confusing and what is
But that's the idea.
Yeah. Trippiest room in the game.
Cool, guys. Okay, we're gonna see. Is there any questions in the Twitch chat? If anyone's just tuning into this, by the way, this is the Dandara launch celebration stream live today with the developers from Longhat House, which are watching Roland die in their game. And to quote Victor, he likes to watch people struggle, and so we're trying to do a bit of that. If you have questions for us here at Raw Fury or for the developers of Dandara over at Longhat House, drop them in the Twitch chat. We'll be trying our best to answer them to the best of our abilities. And right now we're going to take a quick break to show you a little trailer of a little game called Dandara.
On a small village.
Oops, wrong camera. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are back with the developers from Longhat House, and we're going to do something interesting now. We are going to do a little speedrunning tips and tricks run for you live now, and Leo, our QA intern who is over there, is going to do that for you. He claims to be the fastest in the world at Dandara. He claims that the developers themselves are very slow in their own game. He's actually never said that, but but he's going to show you guys a couple of tips and tricks to how you can become faster at the game. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game here. And how far are we going to play, Leo? Are we going to play to first boss, maybe?
I'm gonna beat Augustus.
Okay, you're going to beat Augustus, the first boss in the game, the master of the Augustache. We can delete that save. And before you start this game, how long do you need to beat Augustus?
How long do I need? All right, let's see. If it goes bad, around 11 minutes.
11 minutes.
If it goes good, around 8, 9, something like that.
Okay, Leo, start the game right now. Right now, because next giveaway is in 10 minutes and 45 seconds.
All right.
And if Leo beats Augustus within this time, we're not going to give away 1 key. We're going to give away 2 keys.
All right.
At once. So Leo, no pressure, man.
No,
pressure.
we got this.
So Leo's going to speedrun it live for y'all right now. And he's going to watch the intro.
He can't speedrun this.
You have to.
We cannot skip it, unfortunately.
So guys, when you designed the game, was speedrunning something you were thinking about? Was it kind of like, did you actually design mechanics with speedrunning in mind?
Yes. Yeah, as soon as it was a Metroidvania, we started like thinking about how speedrunners would see the game. Yeah, also when we had to test it a lot, right? And when we were testing, we were trying to go fast to get to the area we want to test or something like that. And we discovered that it was pretty fun, you know, to try to go fast, to learn like the patterns of the enemies and like how things are gonna be in the screen, and like to just like avoid them. You know, there is some timing. There is like, so we knew that, and we thought about it. Like we kept that in mind for everything we were designing. And we even added stuff like things that you can do that are tricky, but then you can like, I don't know, go faster or jump something. Yeah.
So Leo is feeling the pressure. He's down to 1 heart, but if he does manage to beat Augustus in the next 9 minutes and 5 seconds, we're going to be giving away 2 Steam keys to the next giveaway. So,
yeah.
So no pressure, Leo. No pressure.
So I didn't actually really have to go here at all. I just came here to get the arrow upgrade, which increases my damage. And I purposefully took some hits earlier so I could teleport back to the camp.
So when I said you were on 1 heart, you were like, yeah, I know. It was intentional.
Yes, it was. I do a lot of that.
Interesting. Is that something that you foresaw when it comes to speedruns, that people would like take damage and die intentionally?
Yes. Yeah. But they do lose salt.
Yeah, they do lose salt.
Yeah, it's like there is a lot of trade-off. Like you wanna get more health, so you can do that more. But then you need like the salt to get health. So you have to think like the map and the strategy. Like I'm gonna have this much health here, or like I'm gonna go there because there is salt. But then you lose a little bit of time, but then you can like use the health to skip some other area. So
yeah,
there's a lot of thought into that. So and we knew that. So
you can actually skip an entire boss battle with that if you're clever.
If you are good.
Spoilers.
They're like.
Yeah, people talk that it's not worth it because you lose a lot of salt.
These people is low. Yeah.
And the salt, you use that to level up Dandara, to upgrade your health, your energy, all these things. So it is actually really valuable to get that salt. So that does make a lot of sense.
It does.
Gotta go fast, Leo.
Just
like the Sonic fan games.
Yes, don't worry. We got this. It's going good so far, guys. It's going good.
We are looking very impressive. Okay, very cool. So, speaking of boss fights, do you guys have a personal favorite that you've designed? You can pick 5.
The very last one.
Yeah, I like the last boss, even though I don't think he's the hardest boss of the game. But I like how it's the only boss we had the chance to work together, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I like it. The other 2 bosses were ready when I joined the project.
Victor joined right after I finished the second one.
Yeah. And at that time I thought it already looked amazing. It was pretty fun.
He didn't change much of my art, which I'm proud of.
Yeah.
But there's some art of mine in the game, I don't remember now.
Yeah,
you
there's
don't have art.
No, there's 2 leftovers from your art. For example, when you talk to
second mini
Lazuli,
boss.
yeah, the second mini boss, when you talk to Lazuli in the bridge, it's actually Lucas' art, Lazuli.
Oh, in the chart too.
No, in the chair I changed that. Sorry.
One thing people talked about, like, because they're complaining that Lazuli is actually green.
Oh yeah.
That was because of the change of the palette. In the beginning she was more blue.
And you know it changed a little bit.
Yeah, because the word lazuli is actually comes from a certain kind of stone that is actually blue.
Yeah.
So
Small trivia.
some people complained about that. Oh, she's green, but her name is lazuli. But
It's because of that.
yeah, we just don't care. What you I'm sorry.
Deal with it.
It's still cool, like,
Creative
it comes
freedom.
from Art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much halfway done with this area.
Halfway done. We have 5.5 minutes left. We're going into the labyrinth. You know your way through the labyrinth, Leo?
Yes, I do. It's yeah.
I'm surprised.
You never played this
Next time
before.
No, I've never played this before.
No.
So, Tomas, I'm really curious about the music here. I've always been a sucker for soundtracks, film soundtracks, game soundtracks, and I'm curious about this one because it doesn't sound much like a lot of other games do. How did you make the music for Dandara? How did you go about doing that?
So I think each level has a different style of music. So on this particular level, on the artist village, we try to bring the disorder and floaty situations you had to you encounter in the game. So as a first experience for the game, I think would be nice to bring this dreamy sensation, and for the other tracks brings another kinds of emotions that the games happens to bring. So every track has it's not like the whole soundtrack sounds the same style. So I think this is interesting to bring, because it brings more deepness for interpretations and creates more curiosity to the game, I think. But yeah, I think it's
This first music Tomas did, like for the first area, helped. Like it was the one that helped us to get the sense of how we wanted the game to look and feel.
Yeah, the entire game was shaped around this music.
Yeah, and this and the main theme, I think. We know that the boss music stands out a lot, like
Because it's
very
so energetic,
remarkable,
yeah.
And but that's the boss, right? That's about the fight. I think the first music, like the first area music, the views of the artist, it brings like
Clear the ground, clear the ground for us to make the game.
Yeah.
So guys, Leo is at Augustus. It's pretty quick. He has 2.5 minutes left, and if he manages to kill Augustus without dying, we're going to be giving away 2 Steam keys. So you have a chance, Gordon. You might win. 2 chances for the Twitch chat. And I'm pretty sure we already know what we're going to be typing in the chat if Leo succeeds here.
Oh man, I failed a strategy here actually. I'm supposed to hit the first hand 7 times before the second one arrives.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
If I do that, I'm going to skip this entire first phase right here.
Interesting.
Because he takes too much damage.
And now he's screaming, he's pissed off. He's decided to
2
go
minutes
all
left. 2 minutes left.
He's leaving. 155, ladies and gentlemen. And Augustus is half health. He doesn't even have a mustache. This is how could he possibly survive, Leo?
There's no way.
If he had a mustache, I would not be able to do this.
Would be very worried. But it looks like
Boom!
Oh!
Not
Wow!
a problem.
Wow!
140
He's gone
left.
from new game to Augustus to picking up 2 chests to like, how long did that take? 8 minutes?
8.5?
8.5?
Something?
Wow.
That was
Okay.
nuts.
Yep,
So
there we go.
in 1 minute and 30
Well
seconds, we're
done,
going to be giving
sir.
away 2 Steam keys, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Leo. Roland,
Very
now
good.
you can take over.
Oh no. I can't follow
Okay,
that.
now we do it
I
again,
can't
but quicker.
Oh,
Wonderful. Okay, so I'll be honest, I haven't really been paying attention to the Twitch chat because I couldn't move the game window while the speedrun was happening. So
Alright,
I need
let's do the
to
thing.
I need to quickly move a thing.
Yeah.
So we can actually see the chat again. There we go. Okay. So if you're just tuning in, that was indeed a crazy speedrun of the first boss, Mr. Augustus, the M. Bison lookalike from Dandera. And Leo just beat that entire section in 8.5 minutes. So pretty crazy, and we're looking forward to seeing speedruns from the community. If there's something that I'd love to see a lot of, it is that. And especially if you can do that quicker than Leo can,
Yeah.
I'll be impressed. So if you have any questions for the developers at Long Hat House, which are with us via the power of webcams and internet connections, then please drop them in the chat. A lot of impressed people in the chat there. Very cool.
20 seconds left to the next.
Yes, indeed. Anything that you guys want to say? Do you have any tips for people who want to get really fast at the game? Speedrunners.
No, I think one of the things you have to finish the game first. You learn the movement, and also you have to know like what's coming ahead. Like if you don't know the levels, you have to go slowly, right? So learning the levels, the positions, and like where you can go.
Yeah, there's actually a big tip. I don't want to interrupt you.
No, you're okay.
Yeah, there's actually a big tip for everyone playing the game, not just speedrunners. Is that if you push your stick through the ground, like move towards the ground on the gamepad, it mirrors for you.
Oh yeah.
The aim.
Some people take some time to discover that.
Yeah, we wanted people to discover that on their own. It's intentional, but that happens, and if you like push diagonally and keep pressing A, you just zip around the level.
You don't have to
you don't have to aim for every jump.
Yeah, you just like go and zigzag pretty quick. That's one of the things.
Yeah. Also, I'd say another tip.
One quick thing first. We have to do the giveaway because we.
All right.
It's time.
Okay.
It's time, guys.
Give me time.
So this is how this is gonna work. If you type in the chat, "Gotta go fast like Leo," and I will put this in the chat as well. If you type this in the chat, which Raw Fury Games just posted in the Twitch chat, you have a chance to not only win 1 Steam key, but 2 Steam keys. And the same person, I don't think, can win both. But yeah, gotta go fast like Leo. He did the first boss in Dandara in 8.5 minutes. If you can do quicker, then I'd like you to send us the video, because I really want to see someone do that quicker.
I really want to see that too.
So, Victor, sorry, you were saying, what is another good tip for people who want to become good at speedrunning?
Oh yeah, you need to learn when it's actually a good time to take damage, because you can take advantage of that since you're floating.
Oh yeah.
Especially at Augustus, if you want to keep hitting his face, you just need to take damage close to his face, and then you're gonna always be floating next to his face.
Yeah.
It's actually a good trick.
Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna do about 10 more seconds of Gotta Go Fast Like Leo. Put the message in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a chance to win a Steam key for Dandara. And yes. 5 more seconds. 3 more seconds. 0 more seconds. Okay, the first of 2 winners, courtesy of the very fast Leo, is Lukaza. Congratulations! Also following us. Wow, 4 followers in a row. Thank you so much for following and for tuning in. Oh yeah, Joao owes you a beer, by the way.
The beer is fake.
Does it count as beer?
I hope this game gives us money enough to pay the beer back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we will see who the next one is. Who is the next one? It is going to be Tatsuo! Tatsuo, you are also a follower of us. Thank you very much for that, and congratulations. You will have a Steam key sent your way just as soon as we're done streaming. Sweet. Oh crap, PogChamp. Indeed, Tatsuo. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so let's go back to some gameplay. And we're going to do... I think we have time for at least 1 more giveaway. Probably, maybe 2. Gotta go slow like Liam. Wow. Switch chat, so savage. Okay, just because you said that, I want to take over now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play just as fast as Leo. Probably not. Oh, jeez. First thing that happens, I almost take damage, but with clutch skills.
Gotta go slow like Liam.
Thanks, Ralph.
It's not me who say that.
So, very recently, Roland and Gordon, the producer from Raw Fury, who unfortunately couldn't be on the stream today because he's home with a fever,
Poor guy.
they took a little trip to a place called Belo Horizonte.
Nice,
If I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Exactly. Well, we think that it's the guys taught us to say Belo Horizonte instead of Belo Horizonte, as I was saying for the first couple of days there. And we got to stay with the guys for about a week, and it was rainy, it was warm, and it was absolutely lovely. We had a couple of preconceptions, like what is life in Brazil like? The guys were saying like, we would probably get mugged the first thing that happened, but that of course didn't happen. And then don't wear these clothes, don't bring your stuff outside the hotel, and so on and so forth. But it was really lovely, and everything except for the traffic, which was just mad. Everything was great, and we drove around town. And the guys showed us the different places that they've taken as inspiration and put in the game. The cupcake, the cow, all this street art, which is really amazing to see when you're just driving around, and there's this gorgeous street art everywhere. Here in Stockholm, if you find anything, it's like just people putting tags on walls, and it looks really crap. But over there, it's serious artistry on the walls.
And so one of the things that you guys did there as well was, Roland, I know you are the chief visualist here at Raw Fury, which means that the amount of cameras you own probably exceeds that of a normal human being. Is that correct?
That is not correct.
And on that note, I just want to show you guys something that, and those of you who've been for the whole stream, you might have seen this already, but for those of you just tuning in, here's a little tidbit, thank you, Roland, of something that we filmed over in Brazil. And we're going to see like a longer version of this in the future, correct?
Yes.
But here's a very short clip, a bit of a teaser from a video, a kind of behind-the-scenes documentary almost, from the making of
Everyone's
Dandara.
Wait.
Here it is, guys. Here is a little thing.
E aí, galera? A gente alonga o Red House. Nosso jogo Dandara está sendo feito no Brasil, aqui em Belo Horizonte. A gente está fazendo uma música em São Paulo. E a gente espera que vocês gostem.
Jump!
That was lame.
Yes.
So
How hard did Roland have to convince you guys to do the jump at the end?
He just needs to ask once.
Yes, it was actually, I just asked and they jumped. It wasn't planned at all, which you can see.
so
and
good.
I love that Victor's like, I'm not gonna jump. He just like waves.
Just waves to the camera.
Hi. It's like, I'm not jumping. I don't jump.
So we're gonna see some kind of like a longer version of this in the future, Roland? Is
Yeah,
that true?
so the plan is I have so much stuff with you guys, where all of you guys also went through basically a lot of the stuff that you've talked about on the stream as well. What Dandara was, what it came from, what it became, and showing off the inspiration and all this stuff. We went to these places that are in the game, like the Central Market and these artist things, and it's really cool. So I won't give you a date for that yet, but
soon.
Coming soon, trademark.
It's gonna be cool.
Really
So Roland, you're mentioning something, and I'd like you guys to talk about this a bit. A lot of the locations in the game Dandara are actually inspired by real places in Brazil. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Artist village. Mostly.
So what kind of inspired you to do that?
What? It is the like we were talking before. We wanted initially to do a game about a guy with a machine gun, but then no, that isn't like us. That doesn't represent us in any way, and we wanted to try to see and put something in the game that we see every day, that we raised with.
Yeah, I think we just like we understood that to make something different and nice because there are not many. I mean, there are like Brazilian games coming out now, but like it's not like this huge thing. Like not everybody has played Brazilian games, and if we wanted to do something different, we just had to do something that came out from here, like something that. It's not like showing Brazil. It's just like getting our inspirations from our lives.
Yes.
Like, not getting our inspiration from the inspiration that other people got and put in the games, because that's what like we would do in the beginning, like get inspiration from other games that came from other people that So we broke that and we were like, okay, let's get the source, like the inspiration from the source.
Yeah.
Like,
on my part, I wanted to share some of the Brazilian special spice, and also we all wanted to actually show a little bit of Brazil in a game in a way that we're actually proud of. Because when we think about Brazilian games, it's always related to our folklore stories and everything like that.
That could be cool.
yeah,
Could
it's
be cool, but
the thing is,
it's always the same.
what
The
happened-
characters, they don't look good.
what
I
happens
think.
is that people like they try to make something that is kind of forced, like it has to be about that.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of elements, and we didn't want to do that. We want to make this game that is cool and it's a Metroidvania.
And whenever the game asks it,
Yes.
we put in the game. Not like everything and all the references we could do. We forced it to put them all, to show them all.
Yeah, it just comes out from our lives. Just like there is things that come out from outside. Like Victor has a lot of anime
Influences,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so he put it there, and there is no problem. Like we
Yeah.
have Johnny B being inspired from someone who is not Brazilian.
Yeah.
And there is no problem with that.
The key thing is just to let you make your own interpretation of your culture and other cultures. I think that's the way to generate something original.
Yeah, I think it's just like cutting the bridge of where inspirations come from and get it from ourselves, like, from our life.
Very cool.
Just like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I don't know. But I believe
You can say anything. It's like anything.
Yeah, you and I, Victor, we had a nice little chat about our anime inspirations, favorite animes, and we had very similar tastes, which was lovely
Exactly.
to hear.
Yamato and Cobra
Yes.
being the most one. And I didn't forget that I Cobra drawing. So.
Yes, I'm waiting for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a question from.
Also, there's like, right.
So we have a question from Lock Dagger, and the question is, what is the game objective?
game objective.
Like, what is the goal of the game?
Well, as a Metroidvania, actually on all Metroidvanias you could say the objective is finding the end of the labyrinth.
Yeah. Like,
and killing the last boss, if there's a last boss.
You need to beat the Eldarian army in Set 3.
Yeah, in the story it's like that.
With your Darian army.
And bring freedom back to the salt.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah, I agree with John. Like, Metroidvanias are labyrinth, and you get like to paths that are.
It's like that pen and paper game where you have to put like a line in the labyrinth. No, yeah.
But you can break some walls.
But you can break some
Yeah,
walls.
you have some backtracking. You go there, find it.
So it will dissect the game too much, I guess.
Yeah.
So, a question from PFG livestream as well. Developers, how did you get the HD rumble to be so detailed, and was it fun to work with?
Yeah, that was very fun. At first, what I did, because Nintendo gives you a tool to like pick every sound and transform it into a vibration. And in the end, I just did that. I just get all the sounds in the game.
No, but it's not true. Like we did some.
We did
hand
No,
design.
yeah, no, I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In the beginning, that's the first thing I done because, yeah, let's see how it's going on, and it's crap.
if you do that, it's
if you just do that.
Yeah, if it only works for explosions, for really drying sounds. So we made ways to like synthesize our own vibrations for things, like the door one. Like if I wanted it to feel like you were spiraling and hitting something, like I don't know, and it worked a little bit. I don't know if it worked or not. I didn't see many people talking about it really. And
we got some compliments.
Compliments, yeah. And there are also radar, like Dandara can feel the danger a little bit. So when an enemy or something like that could damage her comes close, it starts vibration to the direction you want to go.
Yeah.
Kind of like spider sense.
Yeah, it was pretty fun to come up with all these things because it was new ground, right? It was something you're doing, like you're going to the moon and walking and see what's going on. Yeah, it was pretty fun to do that. Yeah.
Like you can well, I think I can compliment it because it was his work.
Yeah. I really like it. I'm really glad you liked it. Seriously.
Yeah, like I think it's pretty cool. Like when a shot passes like close to Dandara, you can feel the shot passing by. Like and there are like details like this.
Yeah. And those are the things that we never expect people to notice, but we are actually really glad when someone notices and makes a compliment.
Still there are people complaining that it's all the time and they want to turn it off. I don't know. Sometimes they are worried about the battery or something like
it's
that.
gonna be an option in the next bit.
We're gonna patch it with an option.
Is there anything else that you guys are planning that you want to patch into the game in the future?
Well, for touch controls, we wanted to be able to the player to switch the sides. Like one side is for one thumb is for shooting, the others for jumping. We want to be able to switch that.
Yeah.
Because what we thought was more comfortable, maybe it's not the best for everyone.
Also, there are people left-handed.
Yeah.
So we wanted to add that like since the beginning, but you know, it's priorities.
Priorities.
So far, nothing very.
Nothing too like crazy.
Nothing too crazy. Some fixes,
some improvements, like quality of life changes.
Yeah, like this.
There's a guy asking, will there be a multiplayer Smash Bros. Style mode, like a multiplayer mode PvP? I don't even know how would that work.
That's not
easy.
Yeah.
It is a good idea.
It is a good idea.
I mean, mine, but it's
only if Mega Man is in it, then I'm in. Otherwise, I'm out.
All right.
These guys are fans of
Yeah,
Smash Bros.
I love Smash Bros.
Mega Man fanboy.
I like it, but I'm not good at it, so I don't like it. I like how it is.
But guys,
Yeah, because
isn't
it's
Mega
playing
Man somewhere in the game?
What?
Isn't Mega Man somewhere in the game though?
Oh, it's there?
There is, yes.
Where?
There is like in
Don't
Johnny
say
B's
it.
house.
Spoiler!
Oh,
Spoiler!
don't spoil it.
Spoiler!
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Spoiler!
Spoiler. There's somewhere around.
So,
there
we go live now to our sponsors.
Different area.
But I have to.
And it's not only Mega Man, that's everything I'm gonna say.
There's like a Mr. Square, a really famous game character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from our friends.
Yeah, from our friends that have this.
Please play.
Well, when I was filming you guys in your office, I remember seeing a lot of the stuff there that you showed me that was inspiration, and the old cartridges from the games that you inspired you and you played as kids and so on, and pirated copies of the Brazilian versions of stuff, and you could see some of these things sprinkled here and there in the game I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Piracy was very important. Without piracy, we probably wouldn't like games so much because that wouldn't be accessible.
About games.
Yeah.
When they were kids.
I mean,
Yeah.
in most part, Brazilians know they have this video game culture because of piracy. Otherwise, we would just be.
We will be starting now.
Yeah.
I think.
We would be
Play
starting now.
games. Yeah. Now that the games are getting affordable because of digital media.
Yeah.
But before, when it was only
Physical
media, that was
Just
out
impossible,
of
yeah.
out of our like reach.
But I'm
The
actually
console's really expensive there.
Yeah.
Consoles are really
I like the
a
games.
launch.
Yeah.
The games were crazy.
What people do is like bring consoles from
Outside the country.
from the US.
Yeah, if you have
But
like
that's
a
what you
car,
guys did.
What?
I'm sorry?
That's what you guys did. We bought some at in Boston, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I bought PS4.
PS4.
Yeah.
To be honest, we love presents from outside the country. If you want to bring more.
I love them.
Yeah, every time we have like someone going abroad, we get some.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a bit sad.
There's actually an app for people. You can hire someone to bring something for you from outside the country.
Wow.
Kind of like Uber, just for people importing things.
for smugglers.
For smugglers.
Should we put the link on screen? Or?
I don't know if it's legal.
Yeah, probably not.
It's probably
so-
very-
Probably on the line.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're at the writer now in the game. Do you want to talk about this character a little bit?
Yeah, can I start talking about it?
Wow.
What I say about the background?
Yeah, please.
So he has this is a different character. He comes. I don't know. I'm gonna spoil too much.
Yeah. How do not spoil it?
I don't know.
He's pretty cool.
I can say that.
He's a pretty cool guy. He writes and stuff
Yeah.
and doesn't afraid of anything.
He doesn't have a stash, but he has a nice beard.
He's like a machine. He's not a character.
He's part
like
of the world.
Yeah, he's part of the. He's
Yeah.
part of Salt.
He's part
Like
of
a tool.
He's a
He's like a tool.
not a tool. It's
Yeah.
more like a part.
Yeah.
A part of
A tool is like too cold, maybe.
Yeah.
It's only that.
And like you can see that his library is scattering, is falling apart. And that's a part of how we show how the world is right now, like how the world is feeling the oppression.
Yeah, that's the consequence. Like the desert, it didn't used to be a desert all the time. It is the consequence of what is happening.
Yeah, what's happening to the south. The
Crumbling
writer
everything.
is talking about a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out that the desert is actually a metaphor. That's everything I can say about it.
That's okay.
What
That
else?
is-
What else can you tell us about the desert?
We can tell more.
That's
but,
it, that's it.
Maybe about the art.
Oh, I can tell about the art and the art of the writer. Actually, the writer started as a
Hippie? I don't know.
yeah, kind of like a hippie, but it was kind of hard to make a beard that didn't look like dreadlocks, so it seemed like those were dreadlocks made out of bricks. And then we just went with that idea that he's attached to the wall.
It's part, yeah, because he's part of the salt. We wanted him to be like fixed, like attached
Yeah.
to the salt.
Also, the hands actually, the hands of the writer are actually a really cool part of the animation because I had to record myself doing those movements and then rotoscope them.
Oh,
And
cool.
What he's actually materializing is actually really related to the lore. I can't spoil it, but pay attention of what things he's materializing there.
And turning sand.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
turning.
So, that, yeah, I talked about this story.
So
Yeah.
those are
Like the
Victor's
writer
hands.
is a key character.
There's someone making some noise upstairs. Sorry for that, guys.
That's fine. We can't
Yeah.
hear that. So all good.
Yeah.
So a Moogie Gust just bought the game and is gonna be so mad if they win the next giveaway. So there you go.
It doesn't have to write.
You can give it, you
so
can give it to
nice.
a friend.
Yeah, you can get it.
You can give it to your crush or something.
We've all died now on the same boss.
So that means-
so we're getting very close to the giveaway. Let's. I
Yes.
think we'll pause it there and let's swap over for a second. So guys, first of all,
No.
I think our camera went out of focus there for a second. This next giveaway we're gonna do is actually gonna be our last giveaway. And because it's our last giveaway, let's do another 2 keys, right?
Yeah.
Another two
Let's do
keys.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna go ahead and end the stream after the giveaway as well. It's been really fun to have you guys on board and talk about the game, talk about the inspirations, how you built it, and I've learned a lot, which is really fun.
And you guys
So-
are so nice and so loving and caring and welcoming and just awesome, and we love you.
So what we're gonna do now is
Thank you very
let's do a
much.
high
We
five.
love you.
Thank
High
you.
five.
Let's do a high five.
What?
Nice. Wonderful.
Probably here.
Thomas, come on.
Probably
Come on,
That
Thomas.
was the worst. Thomas is falling asleep.
He's not even.
But his
He's like,
stash
I'm
is
not-
active.
I'm not doing a high five.
No.
Is there anything that you guys want to say to the people watching at home before we do our last giveaway and leave the stream? Oh, there we go.
Wait, no.
Is there anything you want to say before we end it?
Thank you for.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, hope you enjoy the game. Yeah, we hope you enjoy the game. Yes. It's a cool game. We liked it.
Thank you all for the questions.
Yeah.
For the support.
Exactly. We
are really happy.
Yes.
Awesome. So I would like you to choose as well the last thing that needs to be typed in the Twitch chat in order for someone to win. What would you like them to type?
Oh,
Small village.
Small village. Yes. One word. I'm not going to explain why this is funny, but
It's funny.
It's very funny.
Internally, it's funny.
It's very funny.
If you were in the Twitch like last year.
Okay, folks.
Gordon is probably laughing out loud right now.
I think he's happy.
Small village.
Okay, small village. Put it in the chat, and that is more or less the stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's been really, really fun doing this with you all, and we're going to give away 2 last keys before we go. This has been the launch stream of Dandara, together with these guys, the Long Hats House team over in Brazil,
Hey,
Thomas in
thank
Sao
you, guys.
Paulo,
Thank you.
Lucas,
Thank you for checking it
João,
out.
and Victor over in Belo Horizonte. It's been really fun to have you guys on, and hopefully we can do this again very soon. So, by the way,
Come back again.
if you're a speedrunner and you think you can be faster than Leo, send us your videos,
Oh,
because
yeah.
we'd love to
Do
see
it.
them. All right, 5 more seconds, guys. Put Small Village in the chat. You have a chance to win 1 of 2 Steam keys. 3, 2, 1.
Come on.
The first winner is Tranquil Thoughts.
Thought.
Tranquil
Tranquil
Thought.
Thought.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations on the key.
Also following us. Everybody's following us today. I love it.
What?
What? Congratulations, Tranquil Thought. And can
One
we
more.
actually... Yep, one more.
One more.
Okay, here it is. The last, the final, the end boss, so to speak, of the giveaways is... Cream Basics! Who's not following us?
Oh, give it back, give it
no.
Okay, someone else.
He will be. Oh, snap.
But Cream Basics, thank you for tuning in. You asked a lot of great questions, so I'm not even mad. Man. Not even mad. Okay, everybody, that's been the live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Raw Fury. This has been Long Hat House, and the game that we played previously and we'll show a trailer of now has been Dandara. Thank you so much. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, folks. Thank you.